striking footage shows the utter devastation inflicted on a multi-million-dollar tank from what is believed to be a $10,000 drone. In the clip, the drone hangs menacingly in the air as it appears to eye up its Russian target, which could be a Russian T-72 tank. It then drops a bomb which plummets towards the oblivious war machine before a perfect strike rips apart the tank in a massive inferno. Aerorozvidka, an amateur volunteer unit of the Ukrainian ground forces who specialize in drone warfare, were behind the attack and shared the strike online. It is unclear where the attack took place. The humiliating scenes come despite Putin's 44.5-ton battle tanks being fitted with 40mm thick armor. But the top of the tanks are kitted out with thinner armor for mobility reasons, making them incredibly vulnerable to aerial attack. The blitzing comes as evil Putin has now lost an astonishing 20,000 troops in just 52 days of war in Ukraine. But the annihilated tank is not the only victim of Aerorozvidka drones in the war which broke out on February 24. The crack team claimed they devastated parts of Russia's 40-mile convoy in a number of deadly ambushes last month outside Kyiv. Using drones with thermal imaging cameras, they dropped small bombs on Putin's butchers. They also took out lethal snipers. The unit claims it also helped to stop a Russian airborne attack on Hostomel Airport near Kyiv by shelling 200 elite paratroopers. The group's key to success is that they tend to attack in the dark, when Russians sleep, as Putin's forces stay in their tanks during the night fearing being hit by Ukrainian shelling. The group's commander Lieutenant Col Yaroslav Honchar compared the team to a hive of bees. He told The Times, "One bee is nothing, but if you are faced with 1,000, it can defeat a big force. We are like bees, but we work at night." The drone attacks follow a trend of David versus Goliath victories of the Ukrainians overpowering a vastly better equipped Russian military. It comes as astonishing footage showed a Ukrainian BTR-4 armored vehicle raining hell on the invaders' tank in Donetsk, eastern Ukraine. The BTR-4 appears to unload a volley of rounds from its 30mm cannon, causing severe damage to Putin's war machine. And after pounding what is believed to be a Russian T-72 tank, a ferocious inferno engulfs and then obliterates it, leaving the machine in tatters. Another astonishing video shows the moment troops from the Ukrainian 54th Mechanized Brigade destroy a massive Russian convoy in just a matter of minutes with a series of devastating strikes from hundreds of feet in the air. Latest estimates suggest Putin's savages have now lost an eye-watering 756 battle tanks since the war began on February 24. They have also seen 163 planes and 144 helicopters blasted out the sky above war-ravaged Ukraine. Reconnaissance flights carried out by a Ukrainian intelligence unit based in a secret bunker near the border filmed dozens of pieces of damaged military hardware dumped in a field. Satellite pictures confirmed there were no vehicles at the site at Golovkino village when Vladimir Putin unleashed his invasion on February 24 and only a handful on March 17, as the botched invasion faltered. The Sun was granted exclusive access to join the Ukrainian team which launches its Ukrainian-built Lelika drone daily into Russian airspace with a catapult. The 6-foot wingspan device, the main aim of which is to seek out Russian artillery guns which are being used to shell Ukraine, can fly for up to 2.5 hours. We counted 57 military vehicles on the feed it beamed back, including at least 17 tanks. They appeared to be T-72s and more modern T-90s. There were at least 7 self-propelled artillery guns including MSTA mobile howitzers, smaller 2S-3 Akatsiya guns, mechanized bridges, armored fighting vehicles and 2 tank recovery vehicles. Ukraine claims it has blitzed more than 800 tanks and 2,000 armored vehicles, hundreds using British NLAW missiles and US Javelins. The Sun witnessed dozens of burnt-out tanks, most with turrets blown off, on roads and towns where Russian troops had retreated. It is thought many in the graveyard came from the Sumy region, after President Putin ordered his humiliating retreat in late March to refocus on Ukraine's Far East. Working tanks and guns that made it back to Russia were shipped out to join the battle for Donbas. A Ukrainian intelligence source said, "The fact these tanks have been left behind in Golovkino tells us they are no use to Russia." Sam Kranievans, from the respected Rusi think tank, said the chaotic arrangement of the vehicles at the site showed they have been taken there in a hurry. He said, "They are positioned somewhat haphazardly, as you would expect for vehicles that are unable to move under their own power and that are in need of repair." Defense expert Joseph Dempsey, from the London-based IASS think tank, said, "The most logical assessment of this site is a repair and/or recovery site for Russia ground force vehicles damaged in the conflict." Though the condition of each is unconfirmed, they appear to be in various states of damage or repair, with crew and other access panel open or absent. While feasible, some might be returned to duty, others may simply be cannibalized for spare parts to return others to service. Meanwhile, a Western official yesterday warned, Putin has clearly failed in meeting his pre-war objectives but is still in a position to win. A second source claimed that Russia had learned lessons from its pounding near Kiev as it continued its Donbas offensive. He said Russia's use of drones was now smarter and its attacks a bit more joined up.